Welcome back to beautiful Bellevue, Washington. It is a lovely night despite the wind that you hear in the background. We're just about ready to start this second half between Legend Football Gold of Federal Way and the home team, the Bellevue Athletic FC. The score so far is 1-0 for Legend, and you may be excused if you are a little surprised given what transpired in the first half, but this score, I think it's more than a punishment. I think it's an incentive for Bellevue Athletic to return to the kind of soccer they showed us at the beginning of the first half and at the end of the first half. In the middle of the second half, they lost their way a little bit, thanks in no small part to Legend and those deep penetrations down the flanks by some of their players. And as proof of that is that in the 20th minute, we had the lone tally of the game, a goal by Kasimi Kone. We're just about ready to start this second half with Bellevue decked in black and starting the action from right to left on your screen, and Legend decked in white and blue socks. White tops, white trunks, blue socks, going from left to right. The quick move down the flank. We seem to have had one substitution already during halftime. It looks like Kyle Rivers is in for Legend, number 2 on his jersey. But in the meantime, it's Bellevue putting the ball into play. Rivera making some room. Touch to the side. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Bellevue ball. Let's see what the referee determines. Yes, it's going to be Bellevue putting it into play. More specifically, Caleb Cho. Broke hold of the shot, and that one sails a bit wide. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a goal kick for Legend. And more specifically for Gilberto Jimenez Jr. Off to the races we go, down the right side of the Legend defense. Ball is temporarily paused after the whistle by the referee. Play will belong to Legend deep in their own territory. I personally did not see much on the illicit side of things there, but play nevertheless will continue. A quick run down the right side. Looks like Kane, the shot across, and a half volley that barely misses the extended right foot. Bellevue trying to put together a quick counter. And countering instead the response of Forjour. The long kick up the field into Bellevue territory. Good maneuver by Caleb Cho. Abdel Zahir bounces off a defender. Legend recovering. Good turn. The assistant referees in today's game are Mr. Colin Nisco and William Enger. Fourth referee, Adam Velasco. The man in charge of the action is Liam Leonard. Don't forget, the road to the U.S. Open Cup goes through Federal Way. Nice through ball there. having that needle threaded. Rivera trying to get a shot across. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a corner kick. First corner kick of the second half, and it belongs to Bellevue Athletic. By our unofficial count, no corner kicks in the first half belong to Legend. A total of, we tallied, I believe, 4 corner kicks in the first half for the Bellevue team. The kick to the far post. Nobody in the appropriate zip code. The through ball almost bears fruit, but instead it's stopped at midfield by Bellevue, which now begins to put together a quick counter. A bit of a shot from behind, no question about it. Free kick, and a dangerous one at that, about 22, 21 yards out. And despite the protestations of Mr. Emmanuel Tarr, I think it was the right call by Mr. Leonard, the center referee. Free kick for Bellevue. We're approaching the 5-minute mark here in the second half, with Legend leading Bellevue 1-0. The winner advances to the third qualifying round of the U.S. Open Cup. The referee making sure that the 10 yards, or the 9 meters 15, between ball and wall are met satisfactorily. This could be an interesting opportunity for Bellevue. Looks like Nicolas Rivera. Nope, instead he yields to a teammate, and the ball sails just a little bit wide. Mr. Gilberto Jimenez Jr. just watches it sail by, and it will be a goal kick for the Legend. This seems like a good moment to remind you that this broadcast is also sponsored by Pass Academy, an affiliate of Cajumula World Soccer. Six minutes on the dot in this second half of play. Bellevue making good use of the long ball that time. A good through ball. Bit of a kerfuffle there between two players. I did not see much illicit, but the looks like the right back for Legend, and that would be Emmanuel Tarr, is under some distress. First, let's make sure that it is indeed him, but he's getting back up. It is number 8, Emmanuel Tarr, indeed. He's still moving his right arm. Seems to be his right shoulder, the one that bore the brunt of that collision. But he stays in the game. He is vertical again, still swinging that right arm, perhaps getting some of the feeling back to it. There's the long ball. To go for the header. None prevails. Now Bellevue on the move across midfield. Waiting for it is Abdel Zahir. Ball is momentarily stopped on a, looks like it's going to be a free kick for Bellevue. At least it should be. It is indeed. There's the touch by Caleb Cho. Switching to the right flank of the attack. Bit of a ping pong match going on. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in. At least it should be a throw-in in my opinion, but apparently the referee has called something else. Yep, just a free kick, as a matter of fact. I did not see anything illicit there, but he's a sight closer than us. There's the kick. Bit of a chip to it. And a quick counter could be in the making here for Legend. A quick run into Bellevue territory, trying to thread the needle. No dice. I cannot find Kone. And it's ultimately Mr. Alexander Flannery with the stop. Bellevue trying to make something happen from scratch. Cho. Touch to the right. Ball goes out of bounds. And there will be a corner kick once more for Bellevue Athletic. The sixth corner kick of the game, all of them belonging to the men in black. Left footed kick, a couple of bounces here and there, nothing of note. Ball goes out of bounds once again, and it will be another corner kick. Number 7 by our tally for Bellevue Athletic. To the far post, what in Argentina they call a rainy shot. Good outlet touch that time by Legend. Pushing the pause button. Stopping the action now is the referee. Let's see what the call is here. I think it's going to be ball to the ground. Yep, ball to the ground, favoring the Legend. The Legend seemingly perhaps falling a little bit on the content side with this one. I think we haven't seen Flannery very much as part of this second half. We haven't seen him much at all, period. They're content in letting Bellevue take the initiative, and perhaps they're expecting or they're hoping to score in the same manner they did in the first half. We'll tell you more about it in a second, because here come Bellevue. The shot across never comes to fruition. Good job by that defender shielding the ball, and it will be a goal kick for Legend. Like we were saying, Legend perhaps betting on a quick counterattack to score another goal, the same way they did when they scored their first one in the 20th minute of the first half. And a point where Bellevue was leading the action, was having the more possession, was you could even say had the momentum in a way. The Legend were content to wait them out, strike with a quick counter, and hit pay dirt that way. That's what seems to be the case here, where we have not seen the defense or the goalkeeper for Bellevue be much on demand at all here in the early going of the second half. We're approaching the 13th minute of play. Bellevue on the move. Quick touch across the equator. Shading to the left side, there's Cho. Fenster. Leaving one behind, trying for two. Bit of a collision there. Whistle on the play, foul called. It will be a free kick for Bellevue. We haven't seen many clear opportunities on goal for Bellevue, but I like what they're doing. I like the fact that they're not just hoping for the best from 23, 25, 27 yards out. Having said that, here comes a free kick that's from about that distance, perhaps even a little more. They're trying to make something happen. They're trying to connect with each other. Let's see what this free kick does. The defensive header. Let's see who prevails. Looks like Legend will take care of this one. The nice run by Tar. Oh, taken away. This could be interesting. Solved with no major trouble that time by Forjour. The long ball into almost to Bellevue territory. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be legend ball in my estimation. We'll see what the referee decrees. 14 minutes of play in the second half. The shot across, none of that will count. There was a whistle on the play. That's right, offside called. First somewhat clear opportunity of attacking prowess, so to speak, of an attacking effort by Legend here in the second half. Legend Football Gold is sponsored by LegendSportsVideo.com. Break out from the crowd with LegendSportsVideo.com. Quick touch down the left flank. This could be an interesting one. And Mr. Rodriguez Meraz watches his effort go for naught. Ball goes out of bounds. But apparently it bounced off. That's right, it bounced off Bellevue player. And finally, we have our first corner kick of the game in favor of Legend. It only took 60 minutes. Right-footed shot. It sails over the heads of everybody. Not a major worry for the gate defended by Flannery. There's a whistle on the play, however, something the referee did not care for. He's got his hand up. I want to say there was a yellow card. Just a quick run down straight up Route 1 there, opening the game up for one of those tall forwards. Good maneuver. Oliveira into the box. This could be interesting. A shot across is coming. Instead, another good job shielding the ball, but yep, it's going to be a goal kick. A good effort that time by, it seemed like it was Badu and Gum shielding the ball and not allowing the left winger to deliver a cross shot, for which there were at least two Bellevue players anxiously waiting. The defensive effort by Bellevue. Oh my goodness, a bit of a mistake there. Rivers with the shot across and nobody to sink it in. I honestly thought that the Bellevue player had control of that ball, had blocked the angle nimbly, but no, Mr. Rivers managed to deliver a shot across, and it danced right alongside the length of the mouth of the goal. Nobody to tap it in and make this a 2-0 game. Approaching the 17th minute of play, and we just had a good opportunity of goal. Go for naught for Legend, and here comes Bellevue once again. A good try that time. And the shot by, it looked like Abdel Zahir, stopped by the goalkeeper, Mr. Jimenez Jr. So both teams beginning to wake up a little bit more on as far as attacking football is concerned. And the shot, trying to catch Flannery by surprise. The referee, the assistant referee, says none of that will count. Offside, and an indirect free kick is forthcoming for Bellevue, of which they take care rather quickly. '19th minute of play, approaching the halfway point of the second half, And Legend still leading Bellevue Athletic 1-0. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Bellevue ball. Let's not forget that this is the first U.S. Open Cup game for both franchises. So not just a ticket to the third round, a bit of bragging rights also on the line for these two teams, and a bit of history in the making perhaps as well, like we said earlier in the broadcast. Bellevue trying to keep the ball down, trying to connect, trying to do short passes, asking for it on the right side, and not subtly either. It looks like it's number 20 Scott Burkholder. Whistle on the play, however. Let's see what the referee calls this. It looks like an offside call. It should be Legend ball. The right midfielder for Bellevue had both arms in the air, like a shipwreck victim trying to catch the attention of a passing helicopter. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Legend ball. Legend quickly trying to put the ball into play. Nice run down the flank. We might have a substitution coming up here soon. I see at least one player for Legend doing some kind of calisthenics on the sideline there. There's a shot from behind. It will be a free kick for Bellevue. I'm surprised I didn't see a card there because that looked pretty rough. There's Cho. Cho painting the stripe. Burkholder recovered by Legend. Legend, nice move there. Diba. Dora Diba, the quick give and go. Diba under some pressure. Rodriguez. Mera Rodriguez, I should say. Taken back by Bellevue and a foul called. Bellevue putting it into play rather quickly. It's 4-on-1, however. He needs some help, this gentleman does. It looks like Rivera leaving one behind still. Only one in the box waiting for the cross shot. And Rivera just plain old runs out of room. A bit of a miscommunication, or rather a bit of better communication would have served Bellevue well in that play, because Rivera was doing the Lone Ranger thing almost from the start. At one point he had 4 players on him. So it would have been better. It would have been better if Rivera had a target, had somebody to send the ball to, and that way stretch out a very, very attentive defense of Legend that had 5 men basically in a line, and make some spaces but for one of those penetrating forwards to do some damage. But that is all now a thing of the past, as we have reached now, it looks like the 23rd minute of play here at Bellevue College. Bellevue Athletic and Legend Football Gold, with Legend leading 1-0. There's Cho under some pressure. Recovered by Legend. Couple of bounces. And bounces off, it looks like a Bellevue player. And it will be Legend ball. Kajumulo is the official kit provider of Legend Football Gold, another one of our distinguished sponsors in this broadcast. Good maneuver that time by Abdel Zahir. Oh, interrupted nimbly by the back line of Legend. Trying again from the right side now. Off to the races we go, down the flank, painting the stripe, trying to shade towards the box. The double team pays dividends for Legend as they take away that ball, but only temporarily, because here comes Bellevue. The shot to the heart of the box and the stop by Gilberto Jimenez Jr. Rolling to his right. And I'm going to repeat what I say. I apologize if I sound like a broken record, but it looks like Legend is quite content with this 1-0 lead. I mean, that was Kone. Look how far back Kone is playing. Now he's pushing the lines a little farther up. The touch by Rivers. And there's Kone. Kone. Kicked away with more urgency than style by the backline of Bellevue. Will be a throw-in for Legend. We were blessed with some clear skies here in Bellevue. Forecast called for about 70 degrees in this autumnal night of soccer here in King County. We should have... Looks like we're having a substitution right now. Yes, indeed. I was wondering why that player was heading for the sideline. Well, now it makes sense. It's Emilio Meraz Rodriguez having a seat. And taking his place is Lamin Damfa, number 5 on his jersey. The Legend Football Gold squad from Federal Way. So a bit of an unusual outing today for Emilio Meraz Rodriguez. He was subbed in for Gaddafi Sekeja in the 22nd minute, and now about 40 plus minutes later, I'll tell you more in a second, because here come the Legend, interrupted by Bellevue with no major trouble. About 40 some odd minutes later, like I was saying, Mr. Meraz Rodriguez, Emilio Meraz Rodriguez, sees his evening come to a close, and he has to take a seat. And in his place, like we said, is Lamin Damfa, number 5 on his kit. The long ball, not a major problem for Flannery. We're in the 71st minute of play, so just about 20 minutes for Bellevue to at the very least tie this one up and continue on battling for a spot in the 3rd round of the qualifiers of the U.S. Open Cup. We saw Felipe Oliveira try to drive the ball and be fouled. It will be a free kick for Bellevue. Look how well packed the back lines are for Legend. 2 rows of 4. There's a good move, a good shot, the shot, and the save. Brilliant stuff that time by Gilberto Jimenez Jr. Point blank range, and Gilberto sending it to the corner kick. That was a brilliant opportunity gone wasting for Bellevue. We're back in action now. Another corner kick took place. Is the 4th corner kick of the game for Bellevue. And there's a 5th one, another header, and it sails over the crossbar, and some of the Bellevue players cannot believe it. They put their hands on their heads because that's 2 opportunities in a row, and another good save that time by the defensive contingent. Numerous, I might add, defensive contingent put forth by Legend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players defending, plus the goalkeeper. I don't know if that counts as parking the bus, but I think I hear an engine running. Cho. The turn, Oliveira. Oliveira, he's onside. Good move to the right side. Trying to shake one off, cannot quite do it, and a corner kick is forthcoming. By my count, the 5th one of the half. And the 9th one overall for Bellevue Athletic. Far post, header, misses, just barely. Good try that time on the defensive effort by Tar. Touch upfield for Kone. Kone trying to shake his marker. Behind the back of the defender, looking to connect with Kone. Defender's there first. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Legend. Approaching the 30-minute mark. One player hits the deck looking for a foul call perhaps. None is forthcoming. It will be a throw-in for Bellevue. Cho. Good rotation. A bit of a struggle there. A bit of a war of attrition, if you will. Nice heel touch. Good triangulation for Bellevue. A stop there. Referee says play on. And now, no, play on, he says. Interrupted by the back line of Legend. More specifically, it looked like it was for Jour. The long ball looking for Kone. Kone. Ball goes out of bounds. Cho on the clearing. And a throw-in for Legend. Ajar Kimanye. Nothing wrong with trying to milk a few more seconds off the clock, I guess. The turn, Kone. And the turnaround shot sails a little wide, or wide enough at least to not worry Mr. Alexander Flannery none. It will be a goal kick. It is a goal kick for Bellevue, who now begin to hear the tick-tack, or tick-tock, I should say, of the clock mighty loudly. I have to applaud Legend for their tactical discipline. They have been very, very open as far as what their intentions were. They came out to play the counter, and that's exactly what they've been doing. They've been perhaps a little too conservative for my taste. A quick run inside the box. This could be interesting. There's a shot across. Nobody to connect there. Sometimes putting two lines of four defending. But they have not lost their lines. They have maintained their tactical discipline no matter what Bellevue has tried to do. That is not easy to do, especially on a tight, hard-fought contest like this one. Again, I'm not a fan of defending like the great late Arturo Rodenak used to say, defending with 8 in back and 3 on defense, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Quick give and go. Inside the box, bit of a shove there. Two players hit the deck. The Bellevue player still under some degree of pain. The Legend player still on his bottom, but play continues. And Bellevue still trying to make something happen. The shot, and it sails wide. Approaching the 34th minute of play here. Maybe a 33rd. And Legend still holding on to this 1-0 lead over Bellevue Athletic. The first goal, the only goal actually, of this contest took place near the 20th minute in the first half, courtesy of a gentleman by the name of Karsimi Kone. And that is all that it has taken so far to put Legend ahead. But here comes Bellevue, the shot, and with a smidgen of trouble, actually with a pound and a half of trouble, Mr. Jimenez trying to put a stop to that one. Lucky for him, the bounce landed at the feet of one of his teammates, and nobody in a black jersey was close enough to pounce on it. Bellevue perhaps showing a little bit of weariness there, not chasing that ball. It's understandable. It's been 70 plus minutes now. There's Flannery to his center back, the push-up field. Straight up Route 1 near the center circle. Waiting for it on the left side. Looks like Abdel Zahir. No, it's actually Nathaniel Lindley, one of the subs, waiting for it. Now we're playing on the other side. Quick touch. Leaving one behind, trying for two. Good triangulation. They give and go. Oh my goodness, just a hair too late. That would have been an interesting maneuver because he had a bit of space up ahead of him. Ball goes out of bounds. Mr. Kone rather, cannot keep it in bounds. Bellevue on the move. A quick recovery. Flannery trying to start something from scratch. Lindley waiting for it to the left of Cho. The outlet touch by Legend. Kone trying to stay onside. Waiting for it at the top of the box. The double team pays dividends for Bellevue that time. '80th minute of play. We're coming down to the wire here at Bellevue College. About 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes for Bellevue to make something happen. Or perhaps 10 minutes for Legend to try and put this game a little farther away. Nice rotation. Kone waiting at the heart of the box. Shot across and right in the nick of time. That center back gets there and cuts off the flow. Make that Rivers. Shot across and the stop by the diving Alexander Flannery. Good effort by Flannery. We've seen some good stuff from both goalkeepers today, both Jimenez Jr. and Flannery. The shot, not a major worry for Mr. Jimenez, who dives to the ground unnecessarily, perhaps wanting to capture a couple more seconds off of the scoreboard clock. We're near the 40th minute of play here. Or like the 37th, 38th minute of play right now. So it's starting to get kind of late for Bellevue to make their move, to put a little more meat on the grill. On the other side, Legend, very content to just defend and bet on a quick counterattack, the wherewithal for which we've seen that they have. They've brought some danger to the gate, defended by Alexander Flannery, but they're not willing to risk a whole lot. They seem at least happy with this 1-0 lead that they have. That may be a mistake. That may pay dividends. We're about to find out here in the next handful of trips around the clock. Bellevue on the move. We seem to have a little more technical difficulties with our camera. We'll keep you posted if anything should change. The clock keeps sticking here. Now we're back. All right. It's going to be a goal kick for the Legend football gold. And once again, Mr. Gilberto Jimenez Jr. goes this way, goes that way. Goes to the corner, and now he chooses to take care of the ball with a goal kick. The referee needs to keep a close eye on this, because and now the delivery of the goal kick. Kone opening the game up to Damfa. Damfa under some pressure. Damfa trying to keep it in bounds. Can't quite manage it. Bellevue on the move. Nobody in a black jersey. Actually, only two people in a black jersey in Legend territory. Bellevue on the recovery. The quick move upfield. Interrupted that time by the, it looks like the left center back for Legend. In this case, that would be Ernest Charles. Whistle on the play, foul call. There will be a free kick for Legend. This game, the pace of the game notoriously beginning to diminish, and a quick touch that time, and oh my goodness, right at the line, making a liar out of me, and a great effort that time by that Bellevue player. I wish I could tell his number from up here. And now let's see what the referee says, because if that play was valid, it should be Bellevue who touched it last. Right at the goal line there, folks. Yep, it will be a throw-in for Legend. But my goodness, what a save that time when Alexander Flannery was all but beaten. Right at the mouth of the goal. Gosh, I wish I knew who that was, because he kept the glimmer of hope alive for Bellevue. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Bellevue ball. And it is. No, they're going to say it was Legend ball. I stand corrected. Right-footed shot. Cleared away by the back line of Bellevue. Trying again is Diba. Diba under some pain now, Diba. He's still riding on the floor. Play on the ground. Play continues. The through ball doesn't pay dividends that time. Recovered by Legend. Oh my goodness, that's a foul. That is a foul, and that should be a card. That should be a card. That is completely unnecessary. And now the Legend player gets up, looking perhaps to get his own pound of flesh, perhaps a bit of revenge there. But all that culminates in is a yellow card for the Bellevue player. And he goes and tries to apologize, and he does. All right. And to his credit, he apologized, and to the Legend player's credit, he accepted the apology. Things happen in soccer like that. Yellow card for a Bellevue player. We'll try to get you the name in a little bit as we approach now the 88th minute of play. Free kick. Play continues now. Bellevue trying to make something happen as the last couple of minutes of soccer action are here. Ball goes out of bounds yet again. It should be Legend ball. Let's see. Whistle on the play. Rivers. The touch. Right back to Rivers. Diba. Getting that left foot ready. A bit of a chipper. With some room on the left side. Damfa. Bit of a battle near the corner flag. Ball stripped away. To a well-populated back line of the Legend. We're playing the last full minute of regulation according to the scoreboard clock here at Bellevue College. Bellevue running out of time, desperately trying to tie this one up. Good triangulation. The give and go. Trying again. Oh, a little too late for that penetrating forward. The recovery by Legend. They could try to put this game away. The chipper. The long ball. This could be interesting. Could be the last play of the game. But flag was up. An offside call. It will be an indirect free kick. We'll see if there's time for one more play. But not if Mr. Jimenez has anything to say about it. Now he trots up to the ball. The Bellevue players complain that Jimenez is taking way too long. A quick move. Shading towards the left side. Now Kone. Opening the game up all the way to the flank on the right side. Shot across. Not a major worry. Oh, that's a bit of a mistake. Right at the feet of a Legend player. They try to the near post again. Again, the same result. And this could well be the last play of the game. A bit of a collision between teammates. I thought, oh, and a yellow card too. A foul called. I thought it was a collision between teammates, but there was a Legend player involved, and he gets himself a yellow card. The long ball. Shading out of bounds. And now we've reached the 90th minute. The time is being kept on the field by the officials. In this case, Mr. Leonard and his assistants Anger, Nisco, and Velasco. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for Legend. We shouldn't have too much injury time. Bellevue on the verge of being upset at home. Legend on the verge of earning a ticket to the third round of the qualifiers. A good ball, a bit too long, however. The goalkeeper, Mr. Jimenez, was looking for an offside call. None was forthcoming, but the ball was a bit too long for the reach of that lone Bellevue forward. There's Jimenez. Foul called. A couple of fans here were expecting that to be the first one out of 3 whistles, signaling the end of the game. Instead, it's a free kick for Legend. We're entering the 3rd minute of additional time here. Judging by my clock here next to me. Play continues. Bit of a ping-pong game going on. Recovered nimbly by the backline of Legend. And there's Mr. Jimenez Jr. acting as his own sweeper. That long touch could have been trouble. Now Jimenez has to race back to defend his gate. Bellevue on the move. Oh, and a bit too long. Throw in for Legend. The fans beginning to get restless here at Bellevue College. Referee determines that it's time to stop the clock for a bit. Referee checking his watch. And Legend taking a while in taking care of this throw-in. There's the whistle. And another whistle, this time a free kick. I did not recall seeing this many interruptions to merit this much injury time, but it's Legend putting it into play. The long ball to the corner of the box. Good defensive header by Bellevue. Taken away at midfield. Good bull movement that time. Taken back by Bellevue Athletic. And there's the whistle that tells us that after 90 plus minutes of play, Legend Football Gold have defeated Bellevue Athletic FC by a score of 1-0. The only tally in the 20th minute, Kasimi Kone, the right forward for Legend, on a quick counter-attack, giving Legend the victory and a ticket to the third round of the qualifiers of the U.S. Open Cup. On behalf of everyone involved in this broadcast, I'm Sebastián Moraga saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.